hopefully it's still connected on those things. Jasmine says I love the crabs too. Can you guys hear me now? Has it reconnected? Sylvia's here. Hi Sylvia! I love everything, she says. All right, let's see if I've got any more comments coming in since it reconnected. Has it reconnected for everybody? Hello, says Tiffany. Okay, hello. Is it reconnected? Yes, I'm back. Good, good, good. How's the audio just now? Are we all good? I'll just keep talking and then I'll pick up your messages as they come in. So have any of you seen some of the interactive dies that we have introduced? How exciting. Oh, it's not syncing. Okay, let me go get Craig. I'll put you on mute for a minute and I'll just go and grab Craig. He knows how to fix things. Hello everybody. Okay, let's see, I've just got Craig back here. Jasmine says I think it might have caught up, so let me see if that is any better. If not, we might have to restart the software that we're using because it'll be really annoying for you guys to watch the whole stream of a brand new release if it's out of sync. That would be very frustrating. Let me just wait for your comments to come through. I'll give you a little look at some of these. So the important thing for you guys to also know is that, like I said, the full reveals will be from the 24th. That's also when our pre-orders go live. And if okay, so I just think Carl says, hi Carl! Carl sent me a box of goodies this week. La, 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 la. They're on the way. And so that's exciting. We're gonna have to restart this boyo, I think. Let's just get Craig to fiddle around. Okay, so for pre-orders, when they go live, as always, we like to treat you guys, our little customers. So we're giving away an exclusive stamp set with every pre-order on the store between the 24th of June and the release date, which is the 3rd of July. Try what? You tried it? He tried something. I don't know what it was. We'll wait for some comments to come through. But I'll keep talking. The exclusive this time is called Little Lighthouse. Ah, can you see it? Dun, dun, dun. Which is this really cool stamp of a lighthouse. Now, you guys know I like to make interactive cards. Many of you do too. And this stamp and the die in particular has been designed to be perfect for making light up cards. So you can get the free Little Lighthouse stamp if you place a pre-order. And if your pre-order is over £45, you'll actually get the dies free as well. Now this is an exclusive. There's only, the only way that you're gonna get it is from the Heffy Doodle store as a free gift or during a future promotion where we might be giving it away with a minimum spend. So you want to grab that while you can. And I know, Jasmine, you made a card this week which included included a lighthouse, and you didn't have a lighthouse, so you just drew one. Well done you. She showed me and I give her a little preview. I was like, oh, look at this, sneaky peeky coming up. All right. Ashley says, looks good now. Sarah Louise says, Lesley, are you going to stock Make It My Marco? I am. I have ordered some brush holders. I have ordered some clutter keepers because I know you guys have been asking for them. Some of the little clips to go on your blending brushes so that you can color code them, and some other good stuff. So watch this space. If you've not signed up for a newsletter, you might want to do that. We'll let you know whenever they're in the store. Yay! Sarah Louise says, Jasmine, your lighthouse was amazing. I agree. How's the things?
It's off to me.
Craig used to be an audio producer, so one ever so slightly off means that it drives him nuts. Is it sinking?
It's gradually slipping.
Oh, it's slipping? Weird. Let me read the comments, Craig. Put that on the other side. I don't need to see my face. Okay. IVF says, did you say the die cuts are the special offer? So the offer for our pre-orders from the 24th of June to the 3rd of July is that if you place a pre-order on the store with even just one item from the new release, then your order will include the Little Lighthouse stamp. So you could just buy one thing from the new release. You could buy other things, older stock, if you wanted to, but if it has one item from the new release, it's a pre-order, and you will get this stamp free. If your order is over £45, then you'll get the dies and the stamp for free. So, great, wonderful. Let's see. Rena's here, catching you live. Won't be able to chat much, kid capturing my phone. Rena says, my newest baby is 2. Oh, congratulations. Oh, that's wonderful. It's slightly skipped. Korobu says, I ordered a couple of goodies from Marco after your last Come Craft with them. I got the clutter keeper, the phone holder, and the brush thingy. Fantastic. Do you like the phone holder? I'm a big fan. Yeah, I think they're amazing. Okay, so let's give us a heads up about whether you want us to restart or not, or whether it's fine. And we shall do as you wish. Brina says, I now have 4 girls. Can you imagine being outnumbered with 4 daughters? Wow, that must be amazing. Hey, Jen. So let's have a little look at some of these. Some of these cards are not mine, so I will say that to start off with. We have got, let's do this one first of all. This featured one of the stamp sets which was sneaked today, called Hot Diggity Dog. And I also used the slimline pull tab die mechanism just to create this fun wibbly wobbly action here. Some cute doggos. Here we can see I've used the crosswalk stencil on the back to create that beautiful red and white stripe, a little bit of a nautical theme there. One of our newest stencils in the background, there you go. I've used one of the birdies from the You Go Gull stamps, which is brand new. That's been really popular so far. Everyone in the design team wanted that one. Can you pin a link to the pre-order page, please, says Yells. I won't be able to do that until it's live on the 24th. But it'll be heffydoodle.com, and then the details will be there over in shop. This is one of our new sentiment stamp sets, which is inspired by all the isolating that we had to do. So everyday sentiments on a really fun font. I think you guys are going to love them. That's been really popular as well. Here, Amy made a card using a stamp image from the Hot Diggity Dog set, and also our new Miss You shadow die. Also got another one here using the same shadow die. Here's another card that Amy made using Hot Diggity Dog. She made it into a little Dalmatian here. Super cute. I think some of you guys saw this. Some chubby seals. We've got Sealy Friends is the new stamp set that we're introducing. And this also features breaking wave border dies. So you guys are gonna love the border dies, and I think I'm going to be using some of them tonight as well. Here's another card that I made using the Sealy Friends stamps, and I've also used some of the images from A Little Shellfish. And this is an interactive card using the Slim Tab pull-up die. Ta-da! Surprise! Fun, huh? And what's really, really cool is that we've created a set of stamps. So normally the die cuts out a little, can you see an arrow that you can, it has an arrow on it so you can pull it up. But if you flip it over, you have a flat side and you can stamp on it, and we have got a selection of stamps, which means that you can really mix that up. So there we go, there's our seals. This is some of our older stamped images, but we've got our new Head in the Clouds stencil for up top, and my little bird from the Wingman set is carrying one of the images from A Little Shellfish, and you can see another one of these wavy border dies down here. These are the Breaking Waves border dies. Makeup by Marco says, OMG, our dog loves that. She bites at the water hose all the time. Yeah, dogs are crazy. That's why we love them. Here's another card by Amy where she took a lot of the images from that set and turned it into this like a faux pattern paper look. Looks really cool. So this set, as you can see, has got tennis balls, bones, and frisbee. So great for interactive cards as well. Sarah Louise says, I love those seals. They're just adorable. Yay. Here we have another card using some of the inked up stencil. This is the Tiny Wave stencil. And another one of our shadow word dies. This is the Hello shadow word die. And I've turned it into a shaker card. Can you guys see? Looks cool, huh? I think that's a really fun way to use the shadow dies. In the background, another one of our Breaking Wave shadow dies, and of course some of these really cute gulls from the You Go Gull set. Some more doggos. Now this one is being sneaked tomorrow. It's one of the dogs that is in the same set as these guys, and we wanted to introduce some more breed specific dogs. So I think you guys, all you guys who love doggos, are gonna love those as well. And for this, I used the pinstripe stencil to create the background there. How cool is that? Natalie says, I love those gulls. And Make It by Marco says, very cool. I like the shaker much better inside the card. Nice. Oh, so a little customer service announcement here. Craig says, if anyone is finding the video blurry, maybe check the quality settings in YouTube, as they are still defaulting to streams on a standard definition. So some people are saying that that seems to have made the quality better whenever they click it to the larger one. So for this card here, I've got more pastel tones, and it features the Fluffy Puffy Unicorns stamp. And these guys just, like, this guy just makes me so happy. He just looks like he's living his best life, eating all the cream puffs, flying around in the clouds. And we've also got a die here called the Starry Rainbow die, and that's going to be super fun, I think, as well. Yeah. And there we have another card by Amy featuring the Little Lighthouse stamp, and you can see it also has, can you see guys there, there's the light lines like this, and if I'm not mistaken, I think she may have embossed it using glow-in-the-dark embossing. How cool is that? Sarah Louise says, what are the sparkle bits? What was that? Random, something just fell. What's the sparkle bits on the unicorn card? So I've used a glitter marker on the clouds, but these are They're just like little sequins, little gold sequins. And then for these ones are die cut stars that were left over when I die cut the starry rainbow. Isn't that cute? The gold, yeah, the gold is gorgeous on this one. It really pops. And this is one of the sentiments that come with the lighthouse. There's 2 sentiments with the lighthouse stamp, the little lighthouse. So there we go. There you have it. Let me put these over to the side so they don't get damaged, because I have to put many of them into some retailer orders. And let's see if we can get crafted tonight. So far, everybody, what do you like the look of? What are you enjoying? What stands out for you the most? Makeup and Marcus says that would sell well in the US and the East Coast. Awesome. All right, dogs from Jasmine. Doggies. Doggos. Awesome. There's lots of lighthouses in our New England area, says Carl or Becky, I'm not sure who it is. And then Tiffany says seagulls in the little crabby. Oh, let me focus this again. So guys, for tonight's card, I'm going to be creating a little beach theme, I think. But I want to use our big shadow box die. So this is the die. You'll get a first look at it. And we're going to be building a shadow box. Now, the shadow box that we have is bigger, and it folds down to fit an A2 envelope, so you're going to get a lot more real estate in this kind of a shadow box. And it's also portrait, and I like that because that's, you know, when I'm building a card, it's normally this sort of way. I think you get a lot of mileage out of it. So let's play with that, and we will have a little play, and I'll walk you through everything. Let me actually cut this down first of all to a more manageable size. So this larger piece here is going to need to be cut twice. In order for you to create your box. And I'm going to use my Heffy Doodle Razzleberry cardstock for this. What's out of sync again, says Snow. Rubbish. To keep an eye on it. Jasmine says this is definitely going on my order. I need it for a card in November. Oh, really? Planning ahead. Needed for a card in November, but you most definitely need to buy it right now. Is that it? You need to get your lighthouse anyway. So for our card, we're going to cut 2 pieces off this pink razzleberry cardstock. So there's one done. Yell says seagulls and lighthouse. I need a little bit of seaside. I know exactly how you feel. I agree. I could really do the holiday right now. Having a release is normally a busy time, but having a release during a pandemic when you can't really have other people come and physically help you, well, that's a new kind of crazy. All right. So this is the large piece. This is kind of the main event. It's what you're gonna need. And I will always recommend with a die like this that even though it comes with crease lines, I would recommend that you just go over them with... Oh, Piper was crafting a Father's Day card. So, could I find half of the things that I need to find? I don't know where they all are. Don't worry, I carry spare. Oh, it's in here. So I will always recommend that you crease them with a scoreboard, because different machines will have different like pressure. So in some machines the embossed line will come out really well and you could just fold it over and that's not a problem. Other machines it might not be quite as noticeable. And then in some machines, if there's like a very high pressure point or maybe a slightly thicker plate, that's the word, then the score line could actually almost cut through the paper. It also depends on the paper that you're using, I suppose. So we would rather it didn't do that, so a lighter score line that you can then go over the top kind of works well. It will also depend which way you use your paper, because I'm not sure if you're aware, but there is a grain in the paper. If you take a piece of paper or card, for example, it'll always bend one way easier than the other way, and that's because of the grain in the paper. Anyway, teacher Lesley, stop for the moment. Jasmine says, well, I need it all, but I think I'll have to limit myself to some now and wait till my birthday for more. No, it's not that far. Oh, and you've just reminded me, one of the things that somebody asked me for last year was a wish list or checklist. So in our previous release, we issued a, well, it's combined. There's basically a column, it lists all of our products. There's a column for have, and there's a column for want. So you can tick the ones that you want, and then you can tick the box to say that you have it. And I think that it's a great thing to casually leave around the house in front of husbands and other people who may be wanting to buy you trees. There you go. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create the box. It'll come together like this, but of course we need an aperture in the front so that we can see through it. So we are going to use the stitched die like this, and we're going to eyeball it to stick this down, and then we're going to run this through the machine. And that will cut the square in there and get us going. Yeah. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to attach these two together. And I like to have it with the frame on the left, so that I just find it more manageable that way. And it's up to you whether you stick the flap on the outside or on the inside. Just bear in mind, if you put it on the outside, when your card's folded, it'll have the flap over the top like this. The want column needs to be much bigger to have it, leave it for hints. Says Sarah Louise. Sarah Louise, have you used the wish list yet? Maybe it does need to be much bigger. You just need a highlighter pen. It's like, I should have want and then like desperate to have. Is that what we need? I'm going to add some sticky tape to this one. And I'm going to actually add 2 layers. because I want it to be nice and secure. Sarah Louise says, did you see my granddaughter Ivy Lou's card that I posted on the Heffy Doodlers page? I'm covered in shiny paint from her splatters to make the background. Oh my goodness, I don't think I did see that one yet. What stamps did she use and how old is she? Aww, I love the name Ivy Lou. That's so sweet. You're looking like Tamatoa from from Moana. Oh, that is brilliant. I'm so happy that you guys are sharing your Heffy Doodle goodies. It's not easy to share craft supplies, you know. Okie dokies. So we're going to stick this like this. Oh, I've got a rogue piece here. Let's get rid of that. Like so. Now, what I like to do is fold this back on itself and then stick this down, lining up the bottom of your card here. Helps it get straight. Now, eventually what we'll be doing is putting tape here and adhering this to your frame. And I wanted to mention something. Do you remember I eyeballed this? Well, if you eyeball it and it's slightly more to the right, then what you might find is that this flap peeps over the side a little bit. It peeks over the side a little bit like this. But you can just trim that down before you stick it together. If you get it nice and centered, it should fit absolutely perfectly there like that. But if so, just trim it down, that's no problem. I think so that I'm prepared, I will add my tape to this one now. Jasmine says, does the shadow box come with instructions? No, sadly, there's not an awful lot of real estate on the packaging for instructions. However, the design team will have blog posts, and I'm also planning on doing video, like a video that will go on the blog as well. On the shop, I mean. To help guide you through. Instructions are all well and good, but I think you really need the visual, to be honest. Okay, so this is what our card is going to look like when it's all assembled like so. And it will fold flat like this and fit into your card. But for now, we need to build the rest of our design. So we've used a large piece here like so, and we've used this guy. Now I wanted to show you this one as well. So this is a piece that I had some room left on the die, and I was like, let's put something else in, that would be fun. So I added this scalloped rectangle shape. And the idea of this is that you can use this to create a frame around the aperture in the front. Or, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a frame around here. Or you can add it to the back panel here if you wanted to. Or the other thing that you can do is that you can cut a panel and add it to the back of the card and write your message on it. Hi, Amy! But I'm going to be using it today to create a frame on the front of my card. So let's die cut this, hold it together using a little Heffy Memo tape. Sarah Louise says she's only 3. She found the You're Weird set and she stamped herself a moon and spaceship and an alien. Oh, start them young, I say. Amy has joined the fun. Amy, we saw some of your projects earlier. You missed them. Poor baby. You all right? Getting comfy there, boyo? So now we have a nice frame. And this I'm going to be sticking on the top here like so. To make it pop. At least I think so. I might put it on the back, I'm not sure. So the other thing that you get in this die set is this, which is a panel die. So this is the die that you're going to use to create different panels to go on the inside of your card. Now, you can use this, or I will say as well, if you want one that's longer, you can just take a piece of card that is this length, you can measure it, and then crease it along where the creases are. But this makes it easy. So let me grab some sort of cardstock. I want to have a sandy beach, so I've got some yellow cardstock here. And that will start us off. There we go. So let me grab my board again. You fold in the flaps like so, and that's what you're going to use to attach to the sides. Now I'm going to add another flap to the top, so let me cut another one, and I'll show you one of the other add-on pieces that we have used in this set. Just gonna find I keep a box full of scraps so that I can use them for things like this. Hi Mona, hello, hello. So this is another. I feel like we're jinxed tonight, guys. I remember thinking one time when I looked all around for a pair of batteries. I was like, oh, there's some in my mouth. I hope you guys can hear me now. Hi, Michaela. Yeah, you're back. Great. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, I lined up this cloud section somewhat in the middle of this panel, like so. And then you can just use your scissors really to bring it over. You can either bring it in at an angle or out of the curve like this. It's really up to you. Doesn't really matter. Or you could just do it straight. Like so. And I'll use my scoreboard. I've actually just placed an order for some stuff from America, and one of the things I included was a small scoreboard because this guy, he's so cumbersome. So we can fold back these little tabs now, and then we can add this to our card. So you can put it straight on the back of this panel like this, straight up against the front frame, or you can put it along this area here like so. So that creates a 3D effect like that. So that was the cloud one. The same applies for creating your own grass, but we're not going to create grass today because we're going to have a beach theme. So we're going to have a sandy bank like so. We're going to have some clouds because we got to have some of those gulls flying by. What else do we need? We of course need some sea. So I've got some of my Cookie Monster cardstock here. And I'm going to grab my Breaking Waves border dies. Michaela says, what's the name of these dies? So Michaela, just to give you an update, these are the new Heffy Doodle products. It's a brand new release. You guys are getting the first look today. They're not on sale until the 24th, where you can get it on a pre-order in the Heffy Doodle store. And if you do pre-order, you'll also get a free lighthouse stamp. So that is the details. And well, I'm sure I'll talk about that, again, before we're finished. So here's a closer look at the Breaking Wave border dies. The set has got 5 cool designs. So we could go for a wavy kind of one, or we could have one which has a little bit of a surf on it. You can have lots and lots, like a really choppy water, a calmer one, like this. Or of course you could just cut this one here and have a more flat, calm water as well. You could trim it off, or you could take this piece and use something like your Slopey Joes. That's absolutely possible as well, that you could trim this down using your Slopey Joes. No problemo. So this one here, Michaela, is called the Big Shadow Box Die. So what do you guys think? Should we go for a sort of a calmer ocean here, maybe? I think that might be fun. Let's cut this down. So we can put them all together. Yes, and the clouds and the grass come inside that die for the Big Shadow Box die. So here I have the water, and I'm going to cut this across like so. Now obviously this will be, I'm making it shorter here, but that's not a problem because when you're building your shadow box, all the pieces in the inside don't have to start at the very bottom edge. You can layer them and vary their heights as well. So for example, when I'm attaching this guy for the sand, I might want to put it flush with the bottom edge. But then for this one, if I did that, obviously you can't see it. So I'm going to start that one up here. But if we can lay it out on this panel at the back here, you'll get an idea of what it's all going to look like. Like so. Now, I don't want a pink background, so I think I'm going to use this guy here and die cut some Heffy Doodle ice blue card with this. Now you could of course cut white card and then ink it. That too is a good idea, especially using our Cloudy Skies stencil, which is a popular one. But I like the vibrancy using cardstock. Rayan says, this new release looks so good. I'm very excited. Yay! All right, so this is my sky. It's going to go in the background like so. And this is my clouds. And that's kind of the basis for my scene already. You can kind of see it coming together there. Let me tidy up. Amy says, that reminds me, I need more Cloudy Skies stencils. They've sold out here too, but I'm expecting more on Tuesday. So watch this space. Let me tidy up my clutter with my clutter keeper. I have it over here. Get my little things in it. So we're going to stamp some goodies for this card now. And I'm going to grab some alcohol marker friendly cardstock. Everyone's been going mad for this at the moment. I don't know if you are all familiar with it. This is our own alcohol marker friendly cardstock. And at the moment we just have it in a little envelope. We put it together ourselves, but I think we're going to be shortly putting it in a branded packaging because everybody's loving it. Yay! All right, so let's have a look at the first. Hello, buddy. First one on the list, which is called A Little Shellfish. And I'm going to start by stamping a crab. He's a must-have, I think. And I think we'll also have a pinwheel. And maybe a sandcastle, spade, and a bucket. I think that would be fun. And I think I might stamp also a little tiny starfish. I think that would look cool. So that's the first set, which is called A Little Shellfish. Giving you a peek at it, you'll get a better look during our full reveals. Let's stamp these out. on this card. Jasmine says, this is my favorite set so far. I used to go crabbing with my granddad. Oh, awesome. And when we were up in Scotland last year and the previous time, we stayed with Craig's. Oh, my batteries are charged now. I stayed with Craig's uncle and aunt, and oh, I've not stamped this one yet. He's gonna need an extra layer maybe. And we went crabbing with them as well, and Uncle Jimmy got like an old net and put some bacon in it and wrapped it round with some twine onto a stick, and we went down to the pier, and Piper just had a blast. She loved it. And then as soon as you would like get a crab, or the seagulls would see you crabbing, the gulls would come down, and they're like coming really close. Like, oh, what you got there? They wanted a piece of the action. Jasmine says, I have a certificate somewhere. We had a family competition. I won. It's probably in your little book. All right. So we've got, let me zoom in a little bit. Jasmine says, we used to keep the bacon fat. Yeah. Awesome. So let's give these guys a go. We'll start off with Mr. Lobster. Piper is nuts for eating lobsters. She's a big fan. So I'm using my Nouveau here, and I've used Plum Tomato, which is the darker red, and Pink Lady to start with. And this one is 377. It's not got a number on it. I mean a name on it. And this is one that was given to me when I was at a craft fair. It's a touch, a Shin Han Art touch marker. It's a pure red. Never used it before tonight. It's quite nice. It's not the most comfortable thing to use. Got a darker red here as well, which is 381. It's more of a purpley red. I just love his little face though, it's so cute. Shush, don't say that so close to the little lobster, you'll scare him. Oh, poor little lobster. Give my belly. Nom nom nom. All right, I want some darker red for his legs, so I'm probably gonna go over to my Copics for that. But first his little face. And go for a, what's this? R37. For his legs. I'm just going to add a little bit of, this is a dark slate 489. Just in certain shady areas. There we go. What do you think? Little lobster. Hungry Heffy wants some lobster. Yes, I do. All right, let's go for some sand now. This is called Apricot Blush. And I'm sure there's one called Sand something. Butterscotch. Butterscotch is a bit dark. We'll blend it out. And maybe we could use that for some dot detail. Along with some hay bale, which is more of a, it's like a greeny brown. It's a very odd color, but I like it. All right. Next up, we're gonna have our little starfish. What color are starfish? I feel like they are yellow, but maybe they could be like pink. Can starfish be pink or purple? Or is that just crazy? I'm not sure. Somebody Google it for me. Am I being cray cray? I've got my little pinwheel, which is adorable. And I'm going to add some pink to my pinwheel. And because it has a little fine point, I want a marker pen that has a more solid tip to it. There we go. This is a classique in cerise. Patrick from SpongeBob is pink, says Nancy. So, I mean, if that's not a reason why, then I don't know. Feel like that answers my question. Amy says, starfish can be any colors. There's loads of different types that are all different colors, so just go for it. Fabulous. Sarah Louise says, I love how you're still coloring whilst walking away. Yeah. Natalie says, I need this set. It happens. What color will our bucket be? I'm thinking blue. I'm channeling blue right now. This is a light blue. This is aqua spray. I feel like I'm gonna make it darker somehow. What's this? This is skylight blue. Oh yes, that one's nice. It's funny because the thing looks much darker than the actual color. tropical ocean if we want to make it a little bit more tealy. And let's face it, normally Lesley does the tealy along the top. It's kind of turned out more aqua, but I'm okay with that. Salmon pink suggests someone. So let's see. I've got a very light pink here, which is the blossom. Maybe we could add a little tulip. Oh, the tulip is a bit neon for my liking. I'll blend it out. He'll be fine. He's lovely. Now I need a spade color, maybe a darker blue or a yellow maybe, or an orange. I've not done an orange. Should we do orange? So this is spiced orange to start with, and we'll go for apricot blush and blend it lighter. A little butterscotch along the edges. There we go. What is the name of this wonderful stamping set? This set is called A Little Shellfish. A Little Shellfish. A Little Shellfish. And it will be released for pre-order on the 24th. So save your pennies. All right, so I'm going to cut these out and then we're going to stamp some seagulls because we definitely need some of those sassy gulls. For lots of added fun. Oh, the other thing I ordered, by the way, is some metal snips, because I got these in America, these snips, but I don't know where you can get them over here. Maybe you can get them places, but I found some from one of my supplier, and I just bought a few for the store to see if they're popular. So I have them coming as well. Let me catch up. Michaela says, do the colors blend themselves? Yes, so it takes a little practice, I would say, and I think it works best if you do like little circular motions. But yes, the alcohol markers on the Heffy Doodle alcohol marker friendly cardstock, it makes life easy for you. So yes, I will say though that it like anything in life, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. A little practice, you kind of you learn how it moves. And you'll learn all the little things, like for example, pinks and reds, in my experience, are absolute beasts. And even though I've been colouring for so long, pinks and reds, they might just decide that they're going to bleed, and sometimes there's nothing that you can do about it. I tend to colour slower when I'm colouring in pinks and reds. Amy says there are a mix of alcohol markers that Lesley is using on Heffy Doodle's alcohol marker friendly paper, so they all blend really well together. That's right. There are numbers on them, and if you use the numbers, you can get some great blending. Yes, so it depends on which type of markers you use, but the numbers will mean things. It kind of refers to the tone that they have. For example, the Copic markers, if you have BV something, it means it's a blue-violet tone. If you have C, that means it's a cool grey tone. If you have W, that's a warm grey tone. If you have E, it's an earth tone, so likely to be a brown. That kind of thing. YR will be a yellowy red, so maybe more of an orangey kind of colour. Some of the other ones have their own numbering system, but any numbers that kind of are close together are more likely to blend well. Kind of depends on which markers you're using. But paper is very important, somebody is saying there. Paper is very important. It is indeed. Oh, I forgot to colour this guy's handle. I think I'll do that first before I start slicing and dicing everything. Just need to get rid of all these little pokey-arty bits. Amy says, Jasmine, the tri-blends are a... Oh no, hi Jessica! Jessica says the tri-blends are a dream. They are. I only have one set of the tri-blends. I really want the other set. They're expensive, but you have to bear in mind that one barrel is 3 colors. So it feels like you're spending, you know, $100 on 24 pens, but you're really spending $100 on 3 times that. You know what I mean? Because there's 3 colors in one pen. It's also good if that you have not a lot of space around your house. I'm a bit of an equal opportunist when it comes to alcohol markers. Oh, excuse me, I've got a cough. I kind of like them all. Right, let's cut this out. Amy says Pinterest is a wealth of color combination goodness. I agree. And a lot of people, sometimes the people on our blog as well, the Heffy Doodle blog, they will put up what they call a like a color chart, or what do they call it, like a color palette or something like that, and that is like they tell you exactly the colors that they're using, so that's fun. Okay, I'm going to add some ink blending just to make this sand a little bit more browny and sandy, or sort of a different tone. So let's add some brown ink to this. Maybe I could just use whatever's on my blending tool. Oh, not very much apparently. Maybe a little bit of gathered twigs if it's not too... too much. And I'm going to give it a little splatter. You guys know I love a splatter to create some faux texture. And I might even come in and splatter it with some ink. Michaela says, I'm new with colors. What alcohol marker